PogChamp. Look at the ratios of our face cams in this stream, for
You
those
know, I think
tuning
I
in.
my phone. I just.
Like, we have this side of the screen, which is Cece and I, we're looking fresh, looking fish, looking wonderful over here. And then we have the box and the rectangle over here. I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with Cole's camera because every so often he'll turn it on and he's
Discord
a
hates it.
square. He's just a square. He said be there, be square, and
blame it on
he chose
Discord.
both.
I'm just once again in a new location.
Traveling the world. You know what? Let's make that the question of the day. Also, hi everyone. Welcome to the Cursed Ones. The question of the day today is just going to be, where's your favorite place you've traveled before? So that'll, I think, be a fun one. I guess I'm starting today, which never happens, which is a bit strange. But hello, I am a show-stopping number, a real show-stopper. I'm Dean, I'm the Dungeon Master, also known as Liz. I have so many names on the internet. I am Creature. And I have been to many places in my life. I used to travel a lot when I was younger. I lived in Singapore, went to Bali. I've been all over the globe, here and there. I went to Australia, Sydney, Australia, saw a Komodo dragon once. I've been around, is kind of what I'm getting at. But I'm gonna be sappy and say my favorite trip was going to Georgia to see Cole. It was very nice, and he took me to Waffle House, and I like Waffle House, and I want to eat at Waffle House right now, but it's not in Canada. So that's my answer.
That's the part she misses the most.
Not you, it's Waffle
Obviously.
House.
Their all-star breakfast.
Yes, it was so good. I love the waffles.
We gotta take you on a Waffle House tour. That's what we need to do.
Please,
it's
God.
not just in Georgia.
Please, God, take
They're
me
all the
across
same.
Take me
There's
across
not
the
going to be
globe.
much of a difference.
He also took me to the Big Chicken, which I was so excited about.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
How big was it?
It was quite large. That chicken was pretty
Whoa,
big.
that's big.
It was bigger than me.
That's pretty crazy.
That's amazing. Blue Man
Showing you
Group.
guys the big actually?
No, I don't think you have shown this group the Big Chicken, but on that note, Blue Man Group, who are you and where is your favorite place you've traveled?
Hello. My name is Cole. Right now I am playing sorry, I'm trying to get a
You're getting the
an
Big
image.
Chicken?
Yes. I am playing Cornelius right now.
Mhm.
And I haven't actually traveled a lot. There's like I can name the places I've been to. The most different, so probably yeah, I mean, the biggest changes have been I've been to Florida. I've been to Canada.
Yeah.
For obvious reason. I've been up there. So yeah, I'll go with Canada. I don't have a lot of choices.
Yeah, that would have been so sad if you picked Florida over seeing me. I would have been so fucking upset if you chose Florida over me.
Yeah, no, but down there, Liz, I got to see Mickey Mouse.
Michael Mouse? I want to kill him.
Downside. I hate that man. Or mouse, I guess.
The mouse of the house. Hey, I get to see mice every time I go to work. We're infested.
That's not a good thing.
Anyways, don't you want it all? Don't you want it all? Who are you, and who do you play, and where have you traveled to? Tell us your trails.
Hello, I'm Cece. I play Sharpay. I'd say this is very recent, so it feels like a bit of a cop-out. Recently, I mean, it was like a month ago, I went to the Shoals Island in the Gulf of Maine for a class thing, and it was beautiful there. And there were a lot of seagulls, and it was scary, but it was very beautiful, so I'd say that's my favorite.
It was amazing. We were getting live blogged from it, and it was so pretty. My God.
I got attacked by seagulls a grand total of 5 times in 2 weeks.
And that's why...
Not a terrible ratio for 2 weeks, but 4 of them were in the same region.
I don't fuck with seagulls, and I don't fuck with dolphins. Morgue, who are you, and where is your favorite place you have traveled?
So I'm Morgue. I play Arden, and I think my favorite place I've traveled is... So my family went on a road trip out to Yellowstone. This was like a while ago. We went there for... My dad's a geologist, so we went there for a conference that he had in Yellowstone. But on the way there, we stopped at like the YBRA, which is like a geology field camp, and we stayed in a cabin, and we went to these like trails. They're called West and East Rosebud, I think, generally speaking. But they were just like it was really nice because it was mostly empty. It was up in the mountains. We walked up into the mountains. It was in like early-ish June, and we went to a lake that was like 10,000 feet above sea level, and it still had ice on it in June.
Ooh, that's
And
really cool.
that was real nice. That was real nice. I like.
That's so cool. Did you know that these little guys, pikas, they live in the Yellowstone National Parks? And they go
Yeah.
Fun fact.
They go E. It's important,
They do.
okay? I showed this, like, I showed pikas to, like, half my coworkers the other day because I was on a pika kick, and one of my coworkers really likes animals, and now she loves pikas to death. So
They're good animals.
good
There's
animals.
Nothing not to like.
Pika. Not the chew. Not the Pikachu. Pika. All right.
It's not Pokemon.
It's not fucking Pokemon. If you think it's Pokemon, get out. My arm just cracked.
No.
I was so
I was
violent
thinking-
about it. All right. So since I kind of have to leave early this session a little bit vaguely, we should go. But first of all, a quick recap. I looked over and I thought Cole put a beak on for some reason. I was very confused. What the fuck is happening? So, last session, the party washed up aboard the shores of a strange island in the middle of the Forgotten Isles, just generally in the ocean. It's not really a continent I can speak of because it's just an island, an archipelago, whatever the fuck is the proper term, because there's 10 billion terms for island-like structures, and I'm sick of differentiating from them. Fuck you, people who name
Sure,
islands.
it's not a peninsula.
Don't you say peninsula. It's like a circle, and then there's a...
It's not connected to anything
Peninsula
else.
has
I
water
think
on
it's just an
3
island.
sides, an isthmus has water on 2 sides, and a island has water on all 4 sides, basically.
that it's an island, and no one can tell me otherwise. So they
It
washed
is-
up.
it is- I would
They
say
washed
that's
up aboard the musical theater island, my favorite island, and they were quickly.
Is this Pop Tropica?
This is Pop Tropica. They were quickly whisked away into a musical theater led by Cornelius and his troupe of misfits, which have yet to be fully introduced. Perhaps we shall get to that soon. But you guys have shown up here to try and rescue Kelsey, Sharpay's soon-to-be wife, and also Cornelius. He matters as well, I guess. So they went through a number of trials and tribulations, first being body swapped, having to go through some corridors that were relating to their backstory in cool ways, but by the power of brute forcing it, they made it through the puzzle.
Or by biting.
So,
That
you
happened.
know,
And by biting
solve
people.
problems that we can't solve.
We solve problems by biting people. This is true. Ryder's body also got yoinked away. That's fine. Everything's okay and normal. And then the party had to open some doors and, like, correlate objects about themselves to the doors. Cool lore stuff is there. Something to look into, maybe. But for now, they're through. They did it. And then they were risen up. Actually, they weren't risen up to the rafters yet. They had a talk with the conductor, who is played by Cornelius, of course. Not even Cole, just straight up Cornelius. It's a kind of character playing a character inside, and it's an Inception
I was
sort of
possessed
deal.
at that point, actually.
Oh, okay, so you were Cornelius. I mean, actually, right now, it doesn't even say Cole is playing you. It just says Cornelius. Yeah, so this is Cornelius.
Hi, Cornelius. I'm the big fan.
I can't even hear what you're
Oh,
saying.
yes,
I think your mic cut out. Oh, Kiki's here. So, from there,
I was saying that Cornelius is Cole just has a new name now.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
Cornelius.
Technically,
Yeah.
lots of new names.
Thank
Cornelius.
God I can keep my initials.
Cornelius.
True.
Cornelius. It's just okay, but it's also all of Cornelius's last names added on to your initials.
Dude, arcade games would hate me.
No escape.
Just
So-
call yourself Core.
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 That sounds like a
Corn.
gaming platform. So, continuing the recap, from there, they got whisked away into the rafters where they had to avoid troubling mannequins. Also, I don't know if you're turning your camera on, Kiki. If you are, then I have recombobulated for nothing. But go right ahead if you are.
I am not.
Okay, cool. I've recombobulated successfully then. We win these.
My hair's wet and I look like a mess.
That's very... You're matching your profile picture. That's what's happening. Okay, so I'm gonna get through this recap, I promise. My god. And so finally, after they escaped the mannequins, a casting problem happened, where a scene was totally normal and played correctly, because I didn't make any last-minute changes to the session at all. So, after that, they got some funny little dialogue by a ghostly specter, played by Cornelius, dubbed over by me. And they were told to seek out the hero in blue. And to do that, they went to Yashandale, aka did a funny little puzzle where they had to copy my dance moves, and it was very funny. And then, bada bing, bada boom, glitter everywhere, Cornelius is here, and we love him. That's about the recap. The session ended with Cornelius's amazing arrival, and Hugo going, "Oh shit, damn my husband." So that's where we left off. I suppose, with that chaotic recap, are we ready to begin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
All right. So let's begin with Cursed Ones, session 116, which is currently being dubbed Act 2. And I'm going to quickly do something on my end, and we'll begin. So stall for time for me.
We have a fucking lot of sessions. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I was thinking about like the maths wise. I feel like every session is like feels like it's at least like 4 hours, which would make that well over 4,000 hours of content.
That's what it's all about.
That's what we have, so much content here, and we'll probably never, as a group, collectively be able to go back and rewatch this series, lest it take us like ages.
See,
approximately 4,000
hours.
hours.
Just get used to watching things at 2 times speed, and then
I do that.
Get used to watching 3 times speed, and then maybe 4 times speed, and then after 4 times speed, 2 cuts off the audio. So that's the max you go.
I don't think 2 times speed would help. It's so
I mean,
much.
I would cut it down from 1,000 hours to 500, which is like significantly better.
Could you guys do me a favor?
Oh, manageable.
I want to quickly see the audio levels here, so I need silence on the set. Okay, I think it's decent. I think it's okay. I don't think it's too loud. If anyone is in chat right now can tell me if the background music is a bit too loud, I will go ahead and change it, but I think it's okay for now. And with that in mind, I guess let's actually begin Cursed One session 116, Act 2. Clapping scores the overture of closing curtains as a haze of shadow falls over you, as blue drapery hides the secrets of the stage from the feverish eyes of the silhouetted stagegoers. The clatter of painful clapping is enough to obscure the fluttering of peaking microphones as shuffling begins to happen downstage. And you guys hear a voice call out, "Cornelius! Cornelius, please!" There's a scuffle of leather boots against slick wooden stage floors, a squeak and rattle of swift movement. Hugo, the large blue orc, is flanked on all sides by familiar faces. You see Rada, Hileo, Eros. They're all led in a vulture-like swarm circle by Envy, the Firbolg. And the rest of you guys are quickly thrust into a flutter of dance-like movement. Lily, you feel a powdered poff press against your cheeks. It smells stale and feels like chalk. Arden, a number of hands kind of swarm around you like paparazzi in press as you feel spritzes of water and the waving of prestidigitation that coaxes any loose curls back into their braids. And Sharpay, a hand kind of gently tilts your face away from the ensuing chaos in the background, as there is a forced smile on Mirene's elven features. Her previously damped down features are uptight again, kind of almost in a retro-looking, I'd say like housewife kind of look where the hair is updone in that sort of way, and she's wearing a fine theater dress, is how I will describe it. And she's kind of covered in like concealer and makeup to hide any imperfections from the general stress she's been under in the last few days. You watch as her golden eyes kind of glow and reflect against your face, as her snowy Eladrin features are slightly pink around the edges. All of them look like this. They're all infatuated with the allure of the stage. She tilts her head before reaching out to swiftly grab one of your eyelashes, Sharpay, and she brushes it upwards, and they kind of curl into a perfect masquerade of mascara. By the time the clapping has subsided into an echo, you guys hear the remnants of a mic being unclipped from someone, and the previously loud voice calling for help, calling for Cornelius, is cut off. It's that kind of strange feeling where in the background someone's voice is shouting, but it's not at the same quality of everyone else's. As you just hear, Cornelius, please! This isn't you! This is just your curse and we're supposed to get out of here! You're not supposed to be here! Please! Just look at me! But he's quickly dragged off the stage. And in a flutter of movement, all of the, let's just say, cast members that aren't too important to the grand show itself skitter off the sides of the stage, leaving just the main actors, the stars of the shows, as a number of finely dressed friends surround Cornelius on all sides, kind of in differing poses. These are what you can gather to be the main cast of this production.
Cornelius will probably stand there in front of you all just, so?
I can't say anything, but I'm sure it's impressive.
Yeah, I like it. Hello, sir.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad. There's a
I
lot
don't
more
know,
where that
but
came
it
from.
seems like you're doing great. Although, I think your boyfriend was looking for you, so maybe you should.
It's all a part of the show. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Sure. All right.
Well, I don't believe you've met the cast, the crew, everyone who makes this show.
We have not.
Look at
Not
you.
at all.
Quick introduction. Let me get a list. There's a lot of these people.
There's a lot of these fuckers hanging around here.
Cornelius will walk over to the small changeling that has been seen a couple times so far and just kind of he'll probably kind of lean over and like rest his hand on their head. Just,
Oh, they're
well,
very short. So like it kind of just like and as you do it, as you kind of rest your hand on it, it like decompresses with like a little squeak noise.
Well, this is Squish.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm still eating that. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what that meant, but
Someone's mom
Off
walked
to the
into
side.
the stage with like a snack bag.
Off to the side, you see some of the cast members. Someone has come in with a bag of fantasy Chipotle.
Let's go.
Oh my god. So, sorry. As you kind of rest your hand on top of the small changeling in kind of jester-like clothing, it kind of decompresses like a little squeak noise, almost like a rubber ducky. Not to steal ducky shtick, but I shall. And what did you say? Sorry, I was had a bag being thrust at me.
I think I just said this is Squish.
Oh, and they just kind of start bouncing up and down with like this kind of vibrant, exuberant energy about them. Get out of here.
No.
Oh no!
It's mine. I love you. You
Oh,
can eat
heavens,
it.
No.
You can eat it. I was gonna. You're taking my fucking Chipotle.
Oh,
Anyways.
heavens, no.
Oh heavens, no. This is going so well. I just saw my door creak open and she just went like,
No.
oh god,
man.
I'm so off my game already.
Okay.
So
Squish.
bouncing,
Yeah,
squish,
woo,
bouncing up
squish.
and down with this exuberant energy of someone who just got Chipotle and didn't have it taken from them, sadly. They just start going, that's me, that's me, that's me, I am the child actor. Yes, that's what they all call me, and I'm so good at my job. It's going so well. And
They're the
is...
youngest.
That's Cornelius. I will introduce Cornelius. That's Cornelius. Yeah.
Yes, it is me.
I can turn into anyone. I was supposed to be
That's
Wilfred.
crazy.
I was gonna be
Oh.
Wilfred. I can be Wilfred, and they shapeshift into him.
That's impressive, but you don't have to.
Kind of impressive, right, though?
Yes,
We
but
had
to change
I
plans.
preferred your original form. You're very beautiful just the way you are.
I kind of like being a bird, but I was told that it would be, like, disrespectful to the dead.
Yeah.
But how can
I-
the dead even be disrespected if they are dead and they're not even in the real world anymore? So,
'Cause,
I'm a bird.
Okay.
That's me.
Anyway.
Who else is in the cast? Pretty tell.
Right
We also
before
have...
right
oh.
before Cornelius moves on, Squish starts tugging at, like, the kind of dress
For who?
for Cornelius.
Oh, okay. Yes?
So when are we getting the sweet rolls?
You guys
Go
are getting
eat some
sweet
while we have a
rolls?
break.
Okay! And there's, like, a little off the side of the stage.
Anyway, he'll walk over to another Minotaur, or another person who is a Minotaur, and just go. And this is George? Are you George?
You're gonna forget. Second.
Jeremy?
No.
Oh, are you the guy who grabbed me earlier? Actually, wait, no, you grabbed me when I was.
Yeah, I'm the one who got bit. Many times.
Okay.
It's on the tip of
Wait,
my tongue.
But also, I'm not really that sorry about it.
And
Does Lily's like blindness have any effect, or does she just like not know there's a guy there?
Oh yeah, no, Lily knows that there's people here and such. Like, you can feel it in the ground when the
For-
tremor
No,
starts. But
For
when
this guy's curse.
no, that's not. No, you're thinking of the guy who brought us the lattes. I'm not that guy.
Hmm.
You guys are getting lattes?
I swear I know it.
Did you? You forgot, of course. Everyone forgets my name. Like, do any of you guys know my name? And you just hear like a
No, but you have to introduce yourself. Very
Jeremy,
grabbing stuff.
Micah, Michael. Nameless. I have no name, okay? No name at all. Let's go with that.
Well, how are we expected to know it then?
You're not gonna remember. See? And then he just covers his face and goes, if you look away, you forget me. This isn't really helping, but just anyways, hi.
You
Wait.
could write your name on your forehead.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, would Lily still remember
Yeah,
because she's
no.
not looking at his face?
If you're tremor sensing and you can feel and like hear that he's there, like it's once he kind of like leaves all extensions of your senses,
Oh, okay.
it's
Okay.
gone.
I understand. Thank you.
I'm not being paid enough for this.
No one's being paid, actually. Next.
What?
That's a great song.
Now he's gonna walk over to the bunny, the
bunny.
bunny person.
There's a small heron, a rabbit folk with like very fancy kind of attire, dressed up and down in very rich silks, and it's kind of done in like one of those old Victorian kind of suit-ish things with one of those horrendous looking patterns down it that's like filigree and flowers, but it's in kind of colors that can only exude grandma couch energy, and he sits there just puffing up his collar and outfit and brushing out the curls on the top of his head, ears straighten up, and just gives a look of like,
This is Lorenzelot.
the second?
The third, I thought.
2 of you?
Wait, am I the third? Thought I was the second. The third, right. I forgot about my own father. I was raised by my grandfather long ago, and his estate passed down a wonderful fortune all those years ago. I happen to be perhaps the richest person, and I've been funding this show for quite a while. Now, don't get me talking about myself, because I don't have too much to say about myself, but, if we're, gonna talk about ourselves and introduce ourselves, then I have many accomplishments. I've donated so much money.
Cornelius starts walking away and goes to the next person.
Oh.
All right.
Damn.
It walks up to the tiny little pixie. This is one of our most important crew members, Shudder.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Shudder. I am doing freelance work. This is my breakout role, and I guess I am the architect behind everything here, so it's all my craftsmanship. I come right from the Feywilds, which I have to say thank you for liberating it from me and letting me have this incredible opportunity. Let's just say I was touched by the story that Cornelius told about you all, and I am quite honored to be doing it in memory of you and of Genesis.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You've done an amazing job with this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
And thank you for having me, Cornelius.
Of course, of course. I love my cast. We're all doing such a great job.
Oh, stop it. I mean, I'm just kind of here, I guess. I didn't even know I was not getting fucking paid. God.
The satisfaction is enough.
It's honestly a little
You
weird
get
that I'm
paid in the
considering you apparently have really
exposure.
rich dudes funding you. Wouldn't that mean,
Sometimes,
yeah.
pay them?
Sometimes the experience is enough, and I think we should all respect that, because this is truly a wonderful experience.
This is much bigger than any of you comprehend. We're here telling your story. The way it should be told.
Well,
Shouldn't we
what's
get
the way it shouldn't be told?
Sorry, I did not hear half of that.
Shouldn't we be getting royalties for that or something?
The
You
only
guys don't need it.
royalty I know is me, because I come from a long line, actually, and I was just getting to this, but
Okay,
my
so,
grandparents...
like,
what-
Other ones that wasn't related.
Oh.
Alright, he is now going to move on to the next person, who is a Hexblood.
Purple skin, hair done up in a pompadour. That kind of goes down at the bottom into a strange pompadour mullet combination. A few strands of gray hair here and there. A old regalia military-ish outfit. Styled almost like that of a general's. And he stands at attention, old worn features, holding a scythe at his side.
This is Ginny Betts.
I don't know why that got me so well.
Of course, we
How
all know each
original.
other. Of course, we all know each other so well at this point, but I was just, all those times that I've been away from you guys, just disappearing into thin air, I've been working on this production. And I'm just honored to be here, telling our wonderful story that we all shared together.
Your name is Jenny.
Yes, I mean, you've known me for ages at this point. We all know that I am Jenny Betts. And my wonderful kids, I'm so excited for you all to see this. I'm so proud of everyone here.
Your kids. You had kids.
Yes, I had one kid. They died very tragically.
Yeah,
We did our research.
that tracks.
Yeah, I'd certainly hope so.
I can't get over the fact that your name is Jenny.
I don't know what's so strange about it. Why, my loving Lily. I've been Jenny for as long as I've known. I mean, besides the whole, Exodus thing. Sorry, was it Exodus or Jexodus? Jexodus.
Means Exodus.
Jexodus. We
I
all know
want you all
this.
to know that I'm currently laughing at the point of tears right now. I don't know why that got me so much, but I'm like, oh my god.
Confusion aside, I mean, seriously, guys, this confusion, it's reminding me of the wonderful bonding experience we had on the Feywilds when we went into that nightmare and you guys all forgot who you were. Wow. You know, I'm so happy that you guys can be a part of this. I've been waiting to show this to you guys for quite a while. Where I've been going all those times, I disappear and have long, extended naps.
You astral project?
Perhaps I do.
All
Before we
right.
move on, can you answer my DM list?
What
Just
is
so
the DM?
I don't make a fool of myself.
Hang on.
Okay. Cornelius will begin looking around at anyone he might have forgotten. And just, okay, well, I'm sure you all know. And he'll actually go and point to Kelsey. Just, Kelsey.
I do know her.
Yes, and I'm just so honored to be working with you again, my loving, wonderful brother who I've had a long-standing relationship with.
Been a pleasure.
Yes.
Sharpay.
Oh, jeez. Thank you for the 5 subs, by the way.
Hey,
I normally don't, like, call out and such when subs are given in the chat, but thank you to Good
Heyo.
V
Hey,
said, for the 5 gifted. That's so much. Thank you so much.
I'm subscribed to the channel I'm on now.
I do like how a lot of these gift subs are going to, like, some of the party members.
That's
At
what we
least two.
deserve.
Oh, but thank you so much. Man. All right. Yeah,
Kelsey.
Hey, Sharpay.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
I'm remembering that I married you both on the boat when we thought we were going to die on accident.
Yeah,
That's not part. Isn't that supposed to come later in the story? Like, that's next up
No, it was
in the arcs,
I made a
right?
mistake.
She's turning to Cornelius.
No.
It's like, I thought that was supposed to be next arc altogether. Like, we weren't
Look,
even covering it in the show yet.
We're just following the
I
story.
think I put
okay?
officially.
I don't
It was
know.
like we thought we were going to die, so it was like a story.
Yeah,
thing, but,
I
like,
mentioned it because I forgot. I don't think it's legally binding yet.
I don't think
'Cause
that
I
you
don't
can
have,
wed us
like-
without my consent. If you could just go around and wed random people together, and I don't think that that's what marriage
It was
does.
more symbolic because of the whole chance
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
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 Like the
It was
intention
like a
was already
symbol,
established,
like
so.
hope, so that.
But yeah, not legally
it's
binding.
just getting so
Don't worry
complicated.
about it.
Okay,
Don't worry
so
about it, forget it.
we're still on script.
Yeah.
Okay, good,
There's
wonderful.
a script. I'm supposed to be reading a script.
It's fine. You.
Well, I
Okay.
suppose you should all get ready for the next act because it'll be starting soon.
Ooh.
In fact, that will be starting now. So everyone, let's get
Oh.
out of here. Stages, places, everything, go. And just like that, everyone scatters across the sides of the stage.
Cornelius will. I'm going to say this because I do it a lot when I'm backstage and I need to go fast. He does a very quiet sprint where he's not like. But you know, it's.
There's like the slight pitter patter of heels.
I'm just
He's
driving,
going
like,
as
a
fast as he
Scooby-Doo
can while
run.
making.
It's kind of like one of those chest forward runs where you're like your legs are being kind of weird because you're trying to be quiet. One of the shimmy runs and such of being backstage. All right, so on that regard, I guess you guys are all kind of left standing in the middle of this stage for just a moment as everyone's preparations are being made. I am going to quickly run to the washroom. You may roleplay amongst yourselves or discuss.
Yes, I'm gone.
Gone forever.
Listen, my Wi-Fi is like
Oh no.
it's having a time right now. I would call it a
Oh,
conniption.
dear. No.
I am so scared that it's going to go out on me,
No.
and I don't know what I would do if that happened.
Oh dear. Prayer, please.
Not a vibe. If I end up having to like leave, you know why.
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Oh wait.
I need to figure out how or if I can turn this into like I don't know, whatever the opposite of speaker mode is, you know, like normal
Mhm.
call mode. Because right now I'm pretty sure. Wait, maybe no.
I mean, that might be hard with the camera on, but.
Well, obviously I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'll have to turn off my camera, but
I think we this is referring to the chat, so it's not confusing. I think we have technical difficulties like every stream. Something
Oh.
happens. Something always
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is some amazing roleplay.
We're talking.
You said to discuss, so we are discussing.
No,
Oh my
we
God.
do in fact say all this in character.
Like Among Us.
Ah, okay, of course. Don't say Among Us. Do not invoke its name. I say after
You did,
invoking
though.
its name. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, but I am back. Okay, let me just quickly read the chat here. Don't mind me, just loving what you're doing here, and a lot of D&D too, and I'm in love with this so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've done this for a while. So
We have.
while things are a bit scuffed.
Had, like, well over 4,000 hours.
Oh yeah, we have like
Yeah.
4,000 hours and 4 viewers.
Go, that's all you need.
Oh god, it's all we need. We're a little homegrown D&D campaign. All of it's homebrew. A lot of shit's weird. But I hope you enjoy it. Hope you stick around. Hope you have a good time.
That
Warm,
it's just
fresh
us playing
D&D.
around, and sometimes people might watch.
Exactly. Sometimes people
Yeah.
show up and they like peek around the corner and see us all around a big table with snacks and such, and they come in, they steal a few Cheetos, and then they leave. But they're like, okay, that sounded kind of interesting. Eat cheats. What is that?
It's
It's
pretzels,
pretzels.
except they're all empty,
Pretzels.
so
That's
I'm
sad.
sorry. My pretzels were a lie.
Liar alert.
All right. Well,
We're a lot.
allow us to continue then, if we shall. As indeed, after a moment of just getting around the stage and such and things being set up, you hear the sound of props being dragged around as in very swift movements, things are being placed out. You hear a strange kind of sloshing noise as a bit of an undercurrent to the entire scene around you, as if something strange is happening somewhere upon the stage, but it's kind of hard to place with all the strange echoes and the chatter of a crowd outside, which you could make out words if you tried, but they wouldn't be in common. But soon enough, after a brief makeup touch-up, Cornelius once again returns to the stage, very likely. And you guys, I suppose, take your places. As in, probably just stand there. I'm assuming that's what you guys are doing.
With no other direction.
Yeah, without direction.
Yeah, I mean, that's what adventuring parties do. Like, stand around until something
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, exactly. So with
Honestly,
the
the funniest part here is that Arden is here, like, because
Yeah.
she is not part of this history.
Yeah.
Yes, I am now.
Just a little bit of narrative retconning going on
Yeah.
here.
Arden is just standing in for all the party members who have left and
True.
And have died.
She
In
just
mem-
gets dressed up in like mix match costuming.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
she's
God.
still dressed exactly like her. She just has like a sign around her neck that just says like.
I am
just says the list
standing
of
in.
names on it.
Yeah,
I'm Trio.
I'm.
Rah.
Oh God.
It's like, even better, it's like one of those like little flip boards, so she can like flip the.
It's a little flip. Yeah. God. All right. So the curtains begin to draw with a screech of metal that kind of slides against one another for a moment, and it opens up once again to the abyss of an audience that just go dead silent from their previous talking. For just a moment, you see their featureless faces as they're covered up by 2 glimmering spotlights just hitting your guys' faces, bringing forth just like that kind of theater sweat where you're on stage and you're so caught up in adrenaline that you don't realize you're sweating, but you are fucking sweating. And very quickly, as these colors bring this kind of allure down on the stage, you guys start to hear the calls of seagulls, underlined with that of the cawing and screeching of ravens and crows, and the ringing of harbor bells. And as the stage lights begin to settle upon their opening shot, it kind of simmers down to this teal and dullish pale sandy color that reflects against the stage, as a voice rings out across the stage. Hark! Avast thee! Thou'st finds thyself upon the shores of thine Albuquerque. What doth those wish to find upon the endless, alluring horror of the sea? A shadow is cast upon the stage, grand yet not imposing. It inspires confidence. It's well worn and hardened and yet very elegant. And there's a moment where the air sounds like the sparkles of sea mist as the tiny pixie from before enters the stage. To further describe Shudder, her features are stormy. She has kind of deep set eyes that are, and like this, deep set eyes, black, pine green hair done into tight curls, and red tinted spectacles that kind of sit further down her nose bridge. She's dressed in a long trench coat, a white blouse, and tan pants. And her wings are kind of folded inwards like rose petals. You see a number of tinkering gadgets scattered across her person, and alongside this, she is holding a large hooked trident that her fists grip with white knuckles, as she is playing the role of Mulholland, who, to those of you have met, is a, like, 6'8" beast of a woman. For those who have not met, actually, Mulholland is a legendary figure across of Ethos. She runs a whaling ship called the Boreen, which is a very legendary legacy ship that has been around since the Curse War. So it's likely even Arden has heard tales of the mighty Mulholland, or has perhaps even seen pictures of her in novels and the like. So seeing this legendary large whaling ship captain, depicted by a about, 2-foot tall fairy, is quite the sight. And she just stands on the stage and nods towards you all. It is my honor and duty to invite thee all onto thy ship, the glorious Boreen.
Well, I mean, I do think we technically need a ship, so yeah, that sounds
Yes.
great.
We are indebted to you, Captain. Thank you very
yes.
much.
Go out and fight the 7 seas in their grand, glorious might, and their incredible, warm, comforting embrace. We are out to find the rose, but it is guarded by a protector, one looking to give the rose to thy with a good, wonderful heart. For thee who wishes to raise Genesis would be that person, if. It is waiting for the day it can receive aid from those heroes. But thereist is greatest evil out there, perhaps even amongst your own, who seek to undo such a sacred ritual. So, as we breach the white waters of the deep ocean, I wish thee luck as thou go out and find the Rose of the Aeonian. Why is it called the Rose of Aeonian? It's actually called the Aeonian Rose, but it's weird.
We gladly accept.
All the other
your offer.
artifacts, though, are titled, the blank of blank, but instead, this one is just Aeonian Rose. Anyway.
Maybe this is actually the rose. Oh wait, yeah, didn't you say the Rose of Aeonian? Maybe. You
I thought it would make,
the
you know,
Aeonian of Rose.
that's what I wish. The
I guess
Aeonian
it's
of Rose.
not really a noun like the other gods are. That you're right. That is a weird.
Why is that one not a noun?
I don't know.
Never thought about that before.
Ask me about it, I
Script
guess.
is so weird. Anyways, thou'st must set foot, or I guess swim forth, to find the rose. I'm not an actor. And she flutters off the stage with that in mind. And you guys are all kind of standing in the center stage at the moment as clapping rings out from the audience at the performance of Shudder. And suddenly, the floor begins to spin. I don't know if you guys have been to theaters where the floor kind of has those types of contraptions, but it kind of cranes for a moment and then starts to rotate you all in a circle.
Like Hamilton.
Like Hamilton! And from the center of the stage, there is this, noise as it starts to spiral outwards. The wood itself kind of seems like it's curling inwards in a pattern. And it opens up with a splash of waves. You guys see from the corner of the stage, for those who can see this, as Shudder takes out a small piecemeal contraption that seems to be made of twisting blue wood, golden pustules, and fine copper strung wiring. and she's gonna like crank down a lever as a number of like red runes appear in the air around her. She twists a couple of dials of like projected light and arcana until they begin to shimmer on the ground surrounding you all, which then begins to extend upwards in an almost glass-like bulbous rose-shaped globe that traps you all as the floor entirely opens up into water beneath you. As you guys all hit the water, and a whirlpool begins to start beneath you. Yes.
Not again.
Cornelius, he's pretty up to speed on how these things are going. So, as this is opening up, I want to say he, like, jumps up at the perfect time and then does his best dive into the water.
Roll performance for me. I want to see how glorious this dive is.
How well I can do? Okay. Well, luckily, I got good modifiers for that.
You certainly do.
That is going to be a 23.
Okay, a 23. So, with
Yes.
kind of like a springboard leap, as some of the wood kind of like moves itself to properly give you a board to jump off of, you do like kind of a beautiful like feet up dolphin-ish dive into the water and just spiral in as the whirlpool kind of like perfectly out around you, and there's a beautiful settling of mist that has kind of like these rainbow refractions inside of it that follow you into the water as you enter the whirlpool. Everyone else,
He was ready.
since you are not ready, do you guys still want to try a flourish or anything like that as you fall into the water?
I don't think Arden really tries for a floor so much as she just goes like straight for a cannonball, essentially. Biggest splash possible.
Oh, biggest splash possible. Ooh, go ahead and roll me athletics. I just want to see how big this splash is.
Okay, athletics should be +0 because I don't have proficiency in any. My strength is +0. So if somebody wants to roll that for me,
Ah, yes, I
do
got
have
it.
a green die.
Yeah,
Okay.
roll the green die.
Radical.
Lily's not doing anything because she's
Anyone
terrified.
else want to roll for
I can do it.
What did
I'll
you
use my
get?
metal dice. That's
Oh.
a 13.
A
If you want
13?
to accept it.
that's good enough.
All right, a 13. With that, Arden, as you kind of like notice the fact that it's opening up into this kind of crystalline, clear blue water, you take a step back and just do a large cannonball into the water with like a tunk, and a bit of water flies up around you, but it's like a relatively average size cannonball splash, which unfortunately is
it's
also
a relatively average person,
that is very true. This is also unfortunately how Lily is clued into the fact that the floor is opening up into water.
Yeah.
As Lily, this liquid just, it splashes up against you, and you start feeling burning up your hands. As, oh shit, fuck, God, oh God, what's your reaction?
Either just
Can't believe
flat
you
out
killed
like a shriek or trying to grab onto the nearest person because she's not really in the right mind to like get out of the water. Also, that is math. It's 16 acid damage. I just rolled it.
So with like a sizzling of flesh, Lily kind of like does this like jump up to the side and reaches out and is going to quickly kind of grab on to Sharpay.
Yeah.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Me or Lily?
You, Sharpay.
Okay.
Because Lily is touching you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, 17. It's fine.
What did you get?
17.
17.
That's fine.
So like kind of as you feel Lily grab onto you, there's a moment where your heart like kind of skips a little bit of a beat. Not in a romantic way, but in like a fear way, but very quickly it gets right back on the track as you and Lily both go plummeting into the water as a whirlpool opens up around you all.
Well, that's fine. I was gonna ask if there was a more accessible way to the bottom of the ocean, but I guess not.
Oh God. So, as this whirlpool whips out around you all, Cornelius, probably already in the center, you guys all start spiraling inwards and end up kind of squished against one another in the middle of this whirlpool. And for this puzzle, I'm actually going to get us to roll for initiative here.
Okay.
This includes me, right?
This
Like,
includes Cornelius.
Yeah, I technically don't know any solutions right.
I can roll for Arden.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope my
Oh.
I should do that.
Excellent.
I don't know what my
11.
What's up? Oh God. Oh boy. What
My
rolls
sheet
here?
is so scuffed.
All right. I actually got a nat 20 for you, Morgue.
Hey yo.
That's why I should not be the one rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be a 7 for Sharpay, nat 20 for Arden, 11 for Lily, 15 for Cornelius. So I suppose that means first initiative is going to be Arden. As you are sucked into the middle of this whirlpool, what would you like to do? No.
They're gone.
No.
Come back to
Scream.
us!
Jerry, come home.
I honestly think that it kind of makes sense to
No.
no! Gone forever.
Rest in peace.
Gifted sub because nat 20. Oh, thank you so much.
You do not want to do that with her. Don't wanna
make
do
that a
with her.
habit. Don't
Don't
make
make
that
it
a
a
Just
habit.
saying.
Yeah, please don't. Please, God. Take care of your financial situation because I rolled so many fucking nat 20s. Also, yes, the setup is very... Okay, we're back. Woo!
We did it! Well, we didn't do anything, but we did it!
All right. Are you back, Gaymer?
Are you winning, gamer?
Gaymer. You know what? I have a limit, but it's the first nat 20 I saw on your stream. That's very fair. Okay, good. Keep yourself limited. Thank you, Gaymer. Oh,
Thank
God.
you, gamer.
So, with that in mind, we're just gonna honestly skip to Cornelius. It kind of makes sense for him to first jump into action. So, you're in the midst of this whirlpool, and around you, a shimmering array of lights begins to up around you. And they kind of look like small will-o-wisps. And whether it's the whirlpool swirling your bodies around or the lights themselves spinning, they kind of trail around in a hunter's prowl, shimmering in a chromatic rainbow display down in the depths. And you notice about 20 feet below you in the water, there is a small marble pedestal encased in a bubble of air, probably only big enough for one head to fit in. And it kind of wraps around a shimmering stem and steple of a thorn-covered rose. But this rose is missing 4 of its fine golden petals.
Yes. I'm first gonna state that when Cornelius is moving around, this is for flavor only, but when Cornelius is
Yes.
moving around, it all just looks like, he's following some sort of choreography. Anything he's doing is given some sort of flair. So, like, if he's spinning around to look, he's probably doing it in a way that's like that sort of stuff. Okay, so what was there besides the pedestal below with the rose?
Besides the pedestal, you see a number of lights beneath you. Would you like to roll perception to further extrapolate this scenario around you? You get advantage because
Sure.
you vaguely know you've like seen the testing of these traps.
Well, it wasn't gonna help me much, but maybe my
You are a
okay, that
bard.
does save me. I got an 18.
Hey.
My modifier saved me.
Your modifiers are off the rails. So with an 18.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you.
Yeah, welcome back.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. All right, so Cornelius, as you look around, you see a number of these very small, tightly spaced holes. From where you are in the center of the whirlpool, they're about 60 feet around, because this is like a 60-foot radius circle around you all, and you are currently in the center of it. So it is a 60-foot swim to each one of these holes, and over top them all are a small rose-shaped rune that glow in all the different colors of the rainbow. So there is a red one, orange one, yellow one, green one, blue one, indigo one, violet one, and a golden one.
Okay. I guess I could just pick a color.
I suppose you can.
I only have 30 feet of swim speed, though.
You
that's
can
my
dash.
thing. That's true. So, I mean, I might as well.
right.
You know, Cornelius is blue. I can swim 60 feet. Let's go to blue.
All right. So, is there anything you say or do as you make your way to this blue hole?
I would say that he's more just showing like determination and through his body language. It's one of those things that's like, show don't tell.
Exactly.
One, they're underwater. Two, I don't know if there's much he could say right now. So he's more just swimming with it like with a determination on his face that shows he's on a mission.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, no. Arden is gonna use sign language and just like sign at him. Why did you put Lily in acid?
He does not see this.
As you kind of sign this and
Blind.
such, Cornelius is like doing a beautiful backstroke away with the elegance and grace of a fine synchronized swimmer.
It's probably more
On
like
his back,
a
he feels like
Oh,
the
like-
pinpoint of like Arden is glaring daggers at him.
Oh gosh. So you do a quick, like, incredible swim over, probably do like a spin in the middle of it. Determination on your face as you dolphin swim over. And kind of like, probably do like one of those dramatic stops where like in the movie, you're like, I don't know if you know exactly what I mean, but there's like a thing in movies where when people come across something brilliant underwater, they like do a
like-
stop and they're like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I know what you mean.
That,
Oh.
like, the heavenly angel choir music.
And as you approach it, you notice that the water is much colder in front of this hole. And from inside of it, there is a blue glow. Now, I guess the question remains here. You want to start your way into the blue hole, or would you like to investigate it first?
I mean, that's as far as I can go, though, right? So
I'll let you enter it. It's kind of like a loose
Sure,
initiative.
why not?
You have
I'll
swim
go
speed,
in.
so the kind of movement
do.
penalties don't apply to you because you are, like, made to swim. So, something.
I am a water guy.
You are a water guy. You're a guy made of
You're
water.
a
That's not
water
a pun.
guy.
I'm just a
So-
water guy.
What is Cornelius doing?
He'll probably just swim straight in. I don't think he really thinks too much about needing to investigate this. Once again, he's more just determined and on his mission.
All right. And Cornelius begins to swim into the blue hole. With what kind of expression? What is he giving off? What's he serving?
I'd say still though, he just knows that something needs to be done here.
Yes.
There's a task to be completed.
By the way, I'm
Yes.
going underground, so you might lose me, just in case.
Valid. Then we
Okay.
shall...
Should we get through
Should we
Arden's initiative before?
Yeah, sure, why not? So, looping back over to Arden, it is your turn. You're in the middle of
Yeah,
a
what-
60-foot radius
This hole,
whirlpool.
Is there like a green hole or?
There is a green
I'm gonna
hole.
use that.
Okay, I'll
Be
go
right
to
back.
that
Do
one.
you want
and
the bubble?
When I get there, I'll investigate it.
Okay. You swim over to the green hole, and as you kind of dip your head under the water, I will roll investigation for you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Do you... Okay. Let's see your modifier here. So, investigation is intelligence, right? Am I mistaken
Yeah, which
here?
should be a +1.
It's a +1. Wonderful. So with a total of a 5,
Fields for action.
you just kind of see flashing green lights coming from inside the green hole. So we will keep that in mind, as that is likely your turn, because since you've chosen to investigate, you can't go in yet. Wonderful.
Gotcha.
All right, so with that in mind, we are going to go to Lily. So you are underwater. So first of all, take me some damage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it's like, oh.
There is like actively bubbles and steam rising from the water as like your vampiric flesh is almost like curdling as it touches the water.
Oh, heavens.
As
No.
you're
That's,
still like
10
Huh.
acid damage.
10 acid damage? Okay, yeah. And you're still
Yeah.
like clinging to Sharpay right now. You guys
Yeah.
are like your
Is there
heads
any-
your heads are
Yeah?
over the water though.
Oh, okay.
It's just that you have to kind of dive under to get into the holes.
Okay, I see.
Would Lily know that? Are they dry?
Ooh, yeah, you're in water?
No, no. The hole.
The
They-
holes?
Is there a place that is without water that is under the water, or like?
Yes, there is
the
a
only place-
about 20 feet below you there is a marble pedestal that if you like tapped it with your foot, you could like sense the entire like whole area. But you can't see it right now. You just know that you're in water basically. And holding on to Sharpay for dear life.
I'm gonna roll the panic
Yeah.
to see just a flat d20.
Roll a wisdom saving throw, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's okay. She's not panicking.
Okay. You
That
managed to
is
keep your
that's a
cool. That's a 14. You managed to kind of keep your cool
would
under the
that-
pressure, but okay. Ooh boy.
Yeah,
Can
she's like,
Sharpay
okay,
talk right
okay.
Hmm?
Yeah. Oh, she's
What?
like, is there anywhere that I should go?
There's holes. I think we need to remove you from the water first. What if can we? This is a dumb idea. Can we turn you into a bat and then put you in the jar so we can make you a little scuba bat?
I will willingly do that. He's
Okay.
gonna turn
Don't
into a
put-
bat and then
Empty the jar.
Empty the
Empty the jar.
head.
Yeah.
Which jar are you talking about here?
The one she uses for blood, but empty it.
Oh, the alchemist jar.
Yeah.
What
no,
other jars
no,
are there
no,
that I don't know
jar!
about?
Ah, yes, the jar you can
Okay.
fill with any liquid of your choosing. Wonderful.
Yes.
Fill
She's
it with
going.
that.
Well, technically, air is a liquid.
It's really not, but we can just
Oh,
remove
it's
the
fluid.
liquid
Wait,
from
it's
it.
fluid. Wait. Air is
Okay.
a fluid, not a liquid. My chemistry teacher hates.
That's okay.
She'll hand Sharpay the jar before transforming, but she'll
Okay.
transform into a bat and sit on Sharpay's head.
Okay.
As you like quickly like morph into a bat, your wings are kind of like bubbling a little bit as you're like kind of trying to shake off the water a little bit like a dog. You're like clutching on to Sharpay's hair a little bit with your tiny talons, just like ah.
Oh.
As currently the jar is full of blood, and you need to tip it over to
Well, does Lily want some before that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
she'll
Satiate
open
the
it.
hunger before she gets the honor.
Yeah, she'll open it and
She'll-
just like
she'll
hold it
stick her
right in front of her face, so Lily can get
Yeah,
it.
she sticks her face and takes a good drink.
So throughout this whirlpool, while Arden and Cornelius are swimming to the objectives, at the top, it's like Sharpay kind of paddling and kicking with one arm in the middle of the whirlpool, just giving a jar of blood to Lily, who is probably doing that lizard thing where they go like, "Nom, nom, nom, nom,"
Yeah.
Pretty
I love
much.
this for us, honestly.
Yeah.
as the jar
When-
is
when
swiftly
she's-
drained.
Let's go.
And she'll hop in.
Alright, hop in. Well,
Put
she'll
me in the jug.
screw it as tight as possible. And I guess like before like fully diving down, she'll just give it a test run, like trying to see if there's any leaks.
I guess roll me sleight of hand to see how tightly you sealed this.
Okay.
This is not a roll I thought you would ever have to do in D&D. Rolling to see how tightly you
17.
secure a jug. Okay. As you kind of like push it underwater. My goodness. There are no signs of any leaks or gaps in the side of it. I was gonna say you might need breathing holes, but Lily doesn't need to breathe because vampires,
Yeah.
so this is kind of a win.
Let's go.
But as you push it underwater, thankfully, it does not take on any water. Though since it is in the middle of a whirlpool, it is kind of just spinning around rapidly at the moment.
I'm holding it.
Okay, you quickly lift it back up.
Your first instinct is to let it go. Water spark.
So I have a funny quick story. So my mom and I, we used to have a hot tub at our old place, and we had rubber duckies that we would put in the hot tub, and we would take them and put them and see how long they could stay up, and we would always go duck, 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 and just put them in one of the spiral jets, and they would just go spinning all over the place.
I
This is so
it.
entertaining.
All right. So Lily, I guess you're in the jar. So I don't know how you plan
Do-
on moving or doing anything here.
I mean,
Oh,
Sharpay
she
tends to
doesn't-
carry her around, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Combined initiative.
You know
Would
what?
she? Okay,
Sure.
wait. Would tapping the jug give her tremors?
In the jar. It would give you jar sense. You can
Yeah.
sense what's in the jar and what's
If
touching the
I
jar.
Sure, no, you're in a
and
jar.
my feet are on the
What if you tap
ground?
the jar against
and
the
she
wall?
goes
Sharpay
to-
slammed the jar against something.
Yeah, no, if the jar is touching something else solid and like as long as it is okay, if Sharpay was touching the jar and Sharpay was also on the ground, then yes, Lily could like tremor sense out through
Let's
Sharpay's
go.
body. They would also feel
Okay,
like
so Sharpay
Sharpay's
just has to get to
heartbeats
them.
and organs pumping. So huge.
Yeah,
Okay.
huge.
Yeah, so that's all she'll do for this turn. She's just happy she's out of the water.
Yeah.
And part of her is like
reasonable.
is like glad she hasn't ruined the production.
Commit to the
It would
bit.
be a bummer if she died on the set. You're not supposed to have that happen.
True. They should have
But
thought
that is
about
usually
this.
Not,
Yeah,
Yeah.
not accessible.
All right, Sharpay, your turn.
Anyway, yeah, I feel like that might count as her action, so she would just have movement at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll just she'll do the aquatic adaptation thing next turn because if that's her action, but she'll just
Okay.
go 30 feet down.
30 feet down. Do you have a swim speed normally? Without the
Technically
aquatic.
she used to. I don't think she does anymore.
Okay, so to swim in this whirlpool, you're going to have to make an athletics check
Okay.
for me, please.
Lucky.
And she had that
Can't
mermaid
get
thing.
over the
She
Ryder
does
has
have
that.
an action. Yeah, she can, but she doesn't have an action right now. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
a 12. I kind of fucked it up.
Oof. We'll say that you only get halfway there. I mean, you couldn't even dash to begin with.
Yeah.
So you get about 30 feet out into the whirlpool, kind of actively fighting against
Yeah.
it. It's also a bit hard because you kind of have to store the jug alongside you.
Yeah.
But you at
It
least
does
manage.
float.
You managed to put yourself a ways away out. Which hole are you going to, by the way?
What colors are there again?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, gold.
Let's
Where'd
go
you go?
violet. I know
And-
that color.
All right, and you make your way over to the violet hole, or at least you're starting your way there, with Lily inside the jar. So, we're going to loop around to Arden's turn, because that was technically first in initiative, and things got a bit messed up, but it's Arden's turn.
All good.
For-
Well, okay, so there's like some lights down in there, right?
Yeah, so you are currently in front of the green hole, and you see a number of kind of flashing neon green lights from inside this hole.
Is there anything like, so you mentioned that for Cornelius the water seemed colder. Does it seem colder here also, or?
Ooh, I'd say that part of it kind of feels like it has a bit of a sting to it. It feels
Hmm,
like the acidity level is a bit higher.
Okay.
You're swimming into acid.
So she'll start moving closer, but like cautiously.
Okay, cautiously.
Uh,
Then as you start swimming in, I'm going to make you make an acrobatics check at advantage.
Ooh, I'm so good at those. I have
Yeah.
a +8, I think.
A +8.
No.
I guess I will roll this for you. I believe you have a +8. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Although,
and
you-
wait, did I actually? You know what? I don't know if I ever actually modified that based on the change proficiency.
You
So
most
I think
certainly.
because it's dexterity plus proficiency, so it's
Okay,
actually
then
10.
you got a 27.
Okay, so very very much fine then.
So, as you kind of start to go inwards, this is a very small squeeze, by the way. It's kind of one of those like shoulder to shoulder squeezes while underwater, so you are holding your breath as well. But monks actually have like more breath capacity. There's rules to this. I have calculated everyone's like breath capacity for this session, so you're good right now. I'll tell you when you start to drown.
Good deal.
There was a
Thanks.
bubble. You shouldn't take it.
All right. So as you start making your way inside, you kind of press your hands a little bit against the walls to kind of test the area just a bit. You kind of push yourself inwards very slowly and cautiously as it kind of seemed like time slows down for a moment as there is a right in front of your face. It cuts a tiny bit of peach fuzz off of like the kind of tip top of your nose, and you feel this kind of acidic stinging in the water around you as a scythe blade just swings past you so quickly that it literally displaces the water around it, leaving a trail of bubbles. And you see that
Woo!
down this path is just a bunch of swinging blades back and forth.
Goddamn.
So how much air do I feel like I have?
So for you actually have like pretty good amount of air capacity, even
Okay.
with a +2. You think that you have about 2 minutes of air in you.
Okay. And how far is this?
From what you can see, it's about a 60-foot swim.
Okay, so that's not too bad. I guess I'll start forward and just be using my acrobatics to dodge.
Okay, excellent. So, you push past the first kind of blade as it kind of like shing in front of you, and you just kind of go for it at this point, just like a really swift
honestly,
movement.
Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, I'd say that you kind of like grab your hands against the wall and just push yourself forward into a very swift swim. And since you are going the full 60 feet, I'm guessing with a dash here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so for every 10 feet, a scythe is going to try and hit you. So that is going to be 6 dexterity saving throws with the +10. So I will be rolling these for you. The first one.
Sounds a bit worrying.
The first one is a 29.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe less worrying.
It's less worry. I'm the one rolling it.
Yeah.
We know I have the
You've rolled
DM
low
locked.
before, especially when it benefits us.
That is a dirty 20, this one. So success. 23, success.
She
Just
has to
plus
come
2.
back. This is 12 dex saves, bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah. 29.
Maybe more.
So that is 4 successes. There are 2 more.
All right.
13 just succeeds. I rolled a 3.
Oh,
Well, that's what the +10 is for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then 18. So, do you want to do the flavor for this? Basically just like
Yeah, I
weaving
think
and
she just,
dodging?
oh yeah, she just like goes forward and just like occasionally she doesn't really stop, she just moves to the side instead, like in such a way that it like just misses her.
Ooh.
Definitely the point where like anyone watching would be like a little concerned, but you know, she's
Oh, yeah.
got this.
Especially with the 13, like her hair is kind of like swishing around in the water a little bit, and it gets so close to cutting one of the locks like clean off. But she kind of like
Which
yanks
would
her
be
head aside.
totally unacceptable.
Oh yeah, she yanks it aside just in time as it just shing across the water. And every time like you get even close to one, you feel like the acid burn kind of around the water itself, but you manage to keep your constitution and swim right through to the end.
No hesitation in this girl.
And as you kind of reach the end of this hall, you see there is nothing at the end besides a tiny little shitty yellow daffodil.
I'll
That-
take it.
All right. Do you want to try and grab
That's
it?
my daffodil, man. Yeah.
You reach out to grab it. I will roll another acrobatics for you, or dexterity saving throw. One or the other.
Yeah, I feel like she reaches out to grab it, and then internally she's like, wait a minute.
As you're doing this, your gut kind of like has this instinctual of, maybe I shouldn't, but it's like right as your kind of fingers are wrapping around it, as you yank it back right as a scythe cuts right across.
That's my daffodil. And I'm gonna, I guess she'll kind of work it into one of the braids.
Oh yeah, that's so cute.
That's delightful.
And
I
you just
know.
very quickly put it into one of your braids. Is there any reaction you have in general to the scythe trying to take this flower from you?
You know, at this point, she's just desensitized to them.
No.
She just kind of glares at it and then like turns around to prepare to go back.
All right, and that'll be the end of your turn. Jesus, we love big monk decks. I like the
Okay.
fact that I've introduced that there's like false flowers in here, and now I feel like Arden's gonna be like, I want hair accessories.
Oh yeah. Well, the fact is, this thing is like fully underwater and it's only a little wilted. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
not
actually
usually
pretty
works.
good.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's so cute. Cornelius. Before
I
you
consider that there were incorrect paths. But I'm going anyway, so.
So with your elegant swimming, and despite the fact that this is like a small encaged kind of room, you get the sense that the audience is still watching you, even though they couldn't, kind of. You get the sense that eyes are all on you. This has to be perfect. And you start to kind of swim through this almost magical, serene tunnel, as around you there are these, like, it almost looks like snowflakes, but underwater, are falling around you. It's tiny little chunks of ice, and there's but a slight twinkle you swear you see reflect across one of them. It is golden. And you swim forward. So, as you start to swim, I
Just
am
a little
going...
chilly.
A little bite of chill rings up you, and noise out there for some reason. I just heard, like, from the living room, so that's weird. Anyways, back to gaming. I'm going to have you roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Right. Okay, that's in that one.
Congratulations.
That's not right.
Plot armor can't save you now, Cornelius. Oh no.
It probably still can. I think it's possible. It'll just be tragic.
As you start to swim forward, it is indeed one of those scenes where it's a hero pushing themselves to their brink just to get something done. And though the water is, like, slightly chilly, for you and your warped mentality, that kind of just feels like something in the wiring must have gone wrong, because, I mean, this is supposed to be, like, a nice hot tub dip. So you kind of ignore it, but the body doesn't lie and such.
I
Your
also
brain
don't
lies.
think Cornelius is wearing very
He's
good
not.
clothes for this at all.
So those of you guys, you can't even really see him, but you are, like, starting to shake as you swim forward. There is frost actively kind of trailing up your arms and your chest, and many of the scars and wounds you have obtained over the past year or so are starting to make your body slightly spasm.
Okay.
But you trek on, though not without taking... Not without taking 12 cold damage. Respectable. Which you don't feel.
That's not bad. That's
But
not bad.
You kind of just start... Your swimming is just, like, kind of still stunted a little bit. It's strange. It's hard to move your limbs at the moment, which wasn't part of the script, you thought, but yeah, you're gonna keep
Cornelius
going.
just keeps pushing through.
Exactly. You push through the pain. The
Yeah.
show must go on. My dog is crying.
The creature.
That's not a part of the show.
Okay,
Well,
I
it's
think
underwater, so nobody will know.
That's a weird looking crab.
All right.
The strangest sea creature on the floor.
And I suppose I'm actually going to have you roll acrobatics to see if you even manage to push yourself through the rest of this hole, because you are currently spasming.
I forgot.
Did
I
you
don't
get
roll
another
good.
nat one?
No. It's not as bad.
Okay.
You said acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay, then 14.
14? That's enough for you to make it to the end of the blue hole. Your body kind of giving
Good
up
enough.
as it goes forwards. You're gonna take another real quick. Oh, that's just three cold damage. Thank you,
Okay.
D6s.
I'll live.
And as you push yourself to the end, you see glowing in cube of ice. Dry ice, actually, as the steam emitting from it tells you. There is a petal behind it. A shimmering golden petal.
Looks like I made the right choice. That was not in character. That was just me being.
is that Sonic the Hedgehog?
Looks like I went down the right path.
Actually, Cornelius. can
Cornelius,
talk underwater.
yeah, Cornelius can talk underwater.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go.
Icon.
I can try and grab this now, right? Because I still have an action, unless I am
yes,
too
you
cold.
can. No, I would say that you can.
Okay.
So, it is encased entirely in ice.
Then, okay. You know, you know those scenes in movies where like someone's underwater and it's a very tense scene and they're trying to like, I don't know, break something open.
Mhm.
Cornelius is basically gonna do that, but he's gonna try and get the pedal out.
Roll to hit. At
Got
disadvantage
it.
because you are freezing.
Got it. Okay. Well, I had disadvantage. That was good for once. That was good for once. Okay.
Ooh, come on.
16 then would be my rolling
16.
to hit.
Strong.
And you're doing just with just your fists?
Yeah, it's more
Okay.
like a
Unar-
get
yeah.
out.
All right. Unarmed strike damage for me. Please.
Oh gosh, I forgot what that was.
Oh my
I
god,
haven't
the
used
fire
this
alarm.
cheat in forever.
No,
No.
not again.
What did
Oof.
probably should take care of that.
See? Lizzie, there's a
Probably
fire.
should take care of that.
Hey, Liz.
Hi stream.
Hi,
stream.
I'm
This is
gonna
a
go
common
find.
occurrence. Be not alarmed. It
Yeah.
happens to the best of us. When
What's
fire
my
alarms go off.
strike?
It happened to me once.
I don't think I've ever had a fire alarm go off, but I have had my brother walk in on several occasions.
That's true. It's similar.
There's that There was the
crap,
one
I
time
forgot
that
what
he
my
came
unarmed
in.
strike is.
and asked, "You okay?" while we were all trying to force ourselves to sneeze.
Yeah. I
I
remember that.
think about that
Forgot about
sometimes.
that.
Times.
How do I unarmed strike? I'm
How
not
do
a
you
very
hit
experienced D&D or
Is it
D&D
one?
or-
We've
What's
been
your
playing
strength
this game
score?
for 4 years.
Hello, guys.
It's been almost
Hello.
there. Are you good?
No
No fire?
fire. They fucked up making a pizza.
Hate to see it.
Oh.
I want.
Oh.
I had on my
So,
D&D
yeah,
stream one of my
like-
players. I had one of my D&D stream. One of my players literally fall off their chair on stream. My fridge exploded during a session. That's my greatest
yes,
story.
we've been playing for about
What
4 years.
What do I
Hello?
roll for unarmed strike? I don't normally punch.
It,
Oh no! All right,
I
so
didn't
unarmed.
use it for the damage.
Yeah, no, unarmed strike is quite literally. I think it's just your strength modifier, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the strength no roll?
A
Yeah.
physical
Cornelius
attack that
is
uses
no monk.
strength. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then 1.
One. Yeah, it's 1 plus your strength modifier.
No,
Oh no!
not
I heard
again.
the slight beep.
Oof.
It's
I can
just the
tell-
pizza.
I
Is
can
it
tell
just the
my
pizza?
fire alarm story to make everyone feel better. Uh, how long ago was this? It was like a year ago because I was still, yeah, my mom's apartment. Someone else in my mom's apartment building flooded their fucking room when the fire alarm went off. Like they'd set off the sprinklers in their apartment, and we had to evacuate the building. And I missed the rest of the session for like 2 hours because I had to evacuate the building. It was very cold outside. I wasn't happy, but it was funny. That's my fire alarm story. Hello, Lucy Lips.
Dear.
I'm so mad.
No.
This fucking incompetent man. Ruining my D&D stream. All right.
All right. 1.
1. Okay. So you against it and a small crack starts to, but as it kind of cracks out, this puff of pure, like, it's dry ice that you're punching right now.
Yeah,
This puff
yeah.
of gas just up against you, and your knuckles start kind of freezing over here. As you touch it, you are going to take 5 cold damage as
Got
frost
it.
kind of begins to coat it. It's like when water is just starting to freeze over, where it kind of looks like snowflake patterns, but they're starting to rise over your swiftly bruising knuckles. And I think that's all you can do, because I don't think you have
Probably,
multi-attack. Okay, wonderful. So you make a punch, and you're making a dent into getting this part of the rose. You hear in your head the audience cheering you on in this endeavor. and the screech of the fire alarm also cheering you on. Lily and Sharpay, you guys have joint initiative at this point because you guys are the jar underwater
Right. Yeah.
duo.
I mean, the first thing Sharpay does
Jargon.
is do her fancy aquatic adaptation thing again.
Okay, so now that you're like fully kind of submerged underwater, you feel as these gills begin to frill out around your neck as you adapt to the agua, and kind of these finned webbings start to thread between your fingies. Your fingies
Fingies.
is the medical term.
So true. Yeah, what is my swimming speed right now? Where the fuck is it?
Isn't it double your normal speed with the aquatic
I
adaptation, or is that with the
believe
mermaid's
so.
amylite? I'm mixing up the items.
Oh, equal. Yeah.
Equal.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so 30
amylite
feet.
level. Yeah.
But you got 30 feet already, so you make your way with the swim speed. You push yourself through the water all the way to the violet hole. So since you and Sharpay have shared initiative, Lily, if you wanted to investigate oh wait,
Yeah.
you can't see.
Probably what Sharpay does is like at the entrance of the hole, she'll put one hand on the wall and like have the other on the jar and try to like.
You can also speak underwater because of the aquatic adaptation.
Okay. I guess she'll do that, and she'll like try to talk and realize that she can. She's like, "Oh, I didn't know I could talk." Can you sense anything in there? I'm touching the wall.
She'll stomp her foot.
You
Her
stomp.
tiny bat feet.
You just you hear like a ding 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 across the glass. As very quickly, it's kind of going to be muffled a bit because it's going through so many different surface textures. But roll investigation for me. I love the little donk donk donk.
I do too.
Okay, that was a good roll. See, the problem is that Lily's intelligence
Oh.
is -2.
No.
Okay, that's a 15. That's
A 15?
That's 15. Yeah.
I will say that you feel that the tunnel is about 40 feet long, and at the end of it, the only thing you get is that something feels slightly like a hand.
I don't know if a hand is a good thing.
Since she's a bat and they can't really communicate, Sharpay's just gonna be like, okay, I guess to do like left wing up for yes, right wing up for no, if whether or not we should go in there.
She raises both and makes like a seesaw motion. She's like, she shrugs
Okay.
with her little bat wings. And then
Okay.
she pulls her hand up, or her claw up, and like kind of makes little grabby hands, then points at it with her other hand, and then points at the tunnel. We're playing charades.
Bat hand grabby hands is probably like a
Yeah, it's like
Well-
curling the wing in and out and then pointing at it.
Do you want to roll insight, Sharpay?
Sure. I'd love
Like, this is an insight roll, yeah.
I feel like this is like insight into the charades being given to you.
It up. It's an 8.
It's an A. What do you think Sharpay gathers from like just waving of one hand, pointing with another bat wing?
Me or Lily?
What do you think that you gather from this with like the head emptiest take you can give?
I see. I mean, she's just like, she's looking at the charades, and she just kind of like looks forward into the hole, and she's like, well, now I'm just kind of dying to know. So,
The bat noises.
She just shrugs.
she'll shrug in return and start going into the hole.
So you kind of tuck Lily in again and start making your way through the hole. As you reach the first 10 feet of this tunnel, I'm going to make you both roll a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Ominous.
Rip.
I don't like how ominous that was.
Oh wait, you're in the violet hole, aren't you?
Yeah.
I was looking at the indigo hole.
Oh. Ooh,
As you
spoiler.
swim into this hole, Sharpay, you are met with total darkness. As the water reaches perfect body temperature, you feel like you're floating into space itself. It is a complete sensory deprivation chamber. So no Constitution saving throw.
That's good, because I didn't do well.
But you can't see or feel anything. And I'm gonna say instead of feeling a hand, Lily, you felt the 40-foot tunnel and that it splits.
Ah, fuck. I don't think she has much movement left, so I don't think we can go any further.
I'll let you go through the hole.
Oh, okay, word.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like partial initiative.
okay, gotcha. I mean, in that case, can she do a little dancing light
Sure.
to guide us through?
You reach out your hand and kind of like this chiming sound rings out through the hole. And as these lights begin to illuminate it, they're quickly snuffed,
Oh,
one by one. It is magical darkness.
okay. One by one sounded suspicious, but okay. I can go with magical darkness.
Suspicious magical darkness.
Interesting.
Well,
Suspicious.
does she know about the split then, Sharpay?
I'd say that for a moment you saw what looked like it stretched off into two different shadows.
Okay. Do you have a preference, Lily, which way we should go? Left or right? Yeah.
I guess she'll tap the jar on the right side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
could
flipped
also-
a coin.
Yeah.
A coin, you say?
Oh.
So you guys are gonna go down the right side?
Yeah.
Sure. I
Um,
don't see why not.
roll me acrobatics, just because I want to see how well you orient yourself in here.
You want me to roll acrobatics as well?
You're just in a jar.
Okay.
Yeah, 27
A 27.
Ew.
for some reason.
You reach out your hand to the side, and as you make your way towards the right side of the tunnel, you kind of brush your hand and feel the inside, and it kind of... It's sticky like slime.
Ugh.
Oh.
Lovely.
Gross. Anyway.
Are you going down it?
Yeah.
As you start to swim down, you start to hear just... And you feel a glob onto your back.
Oh. Can
As
I
it starts
try
to
remove?
It starts to sizzle against your back.
Oh.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. As another one is going to onto the glass of Lily's jar.
Oh, fuck. Shit. She's like holding it, like trying to do it under her completely. That was a 13. I kind of fucked it up.
A 13. You are going to take... Gotta love me grabbing a lot of dice.
Uh-oh.
That's not a good sign.
Once again, did
Oh
you want
my
me to
God.
roll it?
That is going to be 20 acid damage. And I will give you the choice, Sharpay, of choosing between shaking off the slime on you or getting the slime off of Lily's jar.
She's doing the jar, definitely.
Okay, roll sleight of hand to try and get it off.
Why would that be a nat 20? I mean, all right.
You can absolutely take it.
I didn't need it, but
Um,
all right.
How do you do this then? How do you remove this slime?
Probably what she does like a stupid like tornado spin, just like trying to like get it off the lid.
All right, and eventually you flick it off, and it seems to like disintegrate with the flick. As the one on your back is going to kind of start wrapping around your shoulders and trying to get to the front of your body, still sizzling with every move. And you are going to take another You're gonna take another 10 acid damage.
God damn. Cornelius does have plot armor. Fuck this.
He does. And we're gonna call that your
At least with,
turn.
like, yeah, that's
We're gonna call that your guys' turn. As we are going to go back to Arden. It is time to escape the blade hole.
we are the both of us are in a hurry to be doing getting places. So
Oh, yeah.
she's just gonna. I think she's just gonna go for it again.
Okay, let's do it then. So once again, there are 6 of these, so we are going to go through all 6. I'm just gonna roll them right here. Beep-a-doop. That was a shitty roll, so I'm gonna actually, like, there we go. I was so nervous about my dice getting hurt. So, we are going to first say that I got 3 17s.
Okay.
Alongside that, you got another 13, which is the... How did I get 4 fucking 17s? What? Okay, so that's 4 27s. A 13, which just succeeds, and a natural 1.
No.
That's
So-
okay. I'll be fine, maybe.
So,
Yeah.
you quickly just push yourself against the sides once again and quickly make your way down the tunnel in a very swift movement of swimming. And as you're getting past each of them, like shing, shing, shoo, against the tunnel, you're just quickly flipping past all of them, taking a moment to brace yourself on the wall before pushing yourself through the next. You get to the final scythe out. And right as you push yourself through it, you feel it clip against your Achilles tendon at the back of your ankle.
Oh.
And
Oh,
just
no.
see how much damage you take. Okay. Numbers. So, 5, 10. 30 acid damage.
I have no idea how much health I have.
That's a good question. You only
I think
short
it was-
rested last time.
Yeah, but I used all, or I used like half my hit dice. I know I have over 30. It might be something like 50, or it might have been closer to 80. I just don't remember.
Let's go with 50. Let's go with like 60 because let's go with
Okay.
65 because that's in between.
Gotcha.
So that does a solid chunk of the rest of your health. Honestly, I say that it goes down to like your ankle bone area or like like the ball of your ankle. Just and then outwards, and you are now poisoned. As you make your way out.
Okay, but here's the thing: monks are immune to poison.
You are not poisoned.
It's just that easy.
I
We're
take
not
it
immune
back.
to poison damage, but we are immune to being poisoned. So I'm not that, at least.
Your whole body kind of like shivers a little bit though, as blood kind of
Uh-huh.
starts leaking out from your ankle, dyeing the water itself red.
Yeah, that's
But-
gonna be an ouch.
It's an ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I'm gonna say
But
with
I'm
that
no
much
longer in the tunnel of danger, so
With that
I
much-
guess I got that going for me.
with that much damage, I'm going to do a con save to see if you keep holding your breath.
Huh.
And your Constitution modifier, from what I can see, is +2. You manage to just like keep your lips pursed together so that you don't let out any air.
Mhm.
And is that your turn?
Do I have an action left?
Yes, you do.
Okay, because if I do, then I will use my, sorry, I'm just vaguely distracted. I'll use I have my little healing thingy.
Okay.
Bill.
Oh, the
Just one
staff?
No, like just my innate thing.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Shoot, which boarding
Okay.
is it?
I will say that you just like kind of reach down and cup your hand around the ankle, kind of like coaxing. You coax the blood back in, and I know exactly what you're talking about, so I can get that roll.
Yeah,
for you.
it's 16.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn. Okay, sorry, I need to, just a second.
Valid.
Do whatever.
All right. And you quickly like manage to kind of seal up a little bit of your ankle and such, kind of stopping once again near the tendon, which is now completely like severed in half. As you kind of like pursing your lips, like grinding your teeth together from the pain. But you manage to escape the green hole with a daffodil, not a rose petal. But that is indeed going to bring us to Cornelius, who is not here.
Cole rolled
He said, yeah.
a 16 to punt.
A 16 to punch? Wonderful. He's on top of his game. Okay, so once again, gonna crack his knuckles, slam another into the side of the ice block, and that is gonna do another whopping 1 damage.
Single damage!
as it makes another crack against it. And he pulls back the other fist. Both of them are starting to kind of freeze up in frigid lines of just frost. Alliteration moment. And they're starting to get kind of covered, and he's shaking the entire time. And that is going to be another... that is just going to be 10 cold damage this time, as he kind of shivers, but obviously braces himself for another punch. So, moving on. Lily Sharpay, idiot duo. What's going on?
Christ. The first thing I do is bonus action second wind. Because
Okay.
goddamn.
So you quickly kind of like, I guess, how do you do this? Second wind is so weird because it's hard to explain. I mean, I guess you kind of shake yourself off and such and try to get yourself reoriented mentally and such.
Yeah.
And quickly you feel kind of the adrenaline pursing through you, starting to stitch together the acid burns on your back.
Mm-hmm. Nice, I rolled a 9. So that's...
Lily, you are thankfully safe in your jar.
She's just sitting there. Is there any way that she can tremor sense during this? She's just tapping the jar.
If you're tapping
very
it,
panicked.
you feel everything Sharpay feels, including the big ass fucking slime on Sharpay's back.
I know. It's fine.
All right, what do you want to do, Sharpay?
I guess keep going.
All right, you continue to swim forwards. The slime is going to continue to kind of just like. So
is there
roll me.
anything I can do to remove the slime? There isn't.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
there?
you can use your action to try and shake it off.
Oh, okay. I'd like to fucking remove the slime.
Okay. I guess we're going to roll contested athletics because it's just kind of
Okay.
hugging onto you here. The slime has gotten a 15.
I got a 17.
A 17? Okay. How do you get rid of this little fucker?
She probably like I mean, what I'm imagining right now is that she's fighting with the jar, like trying to hold a beach ball underwater, so it's really just fucked up and not graceful. But probably like as she's just fucking tumbling around in the water, she takes a hand and just like grabs it and just fucking throws it away.
All right.
Just throws it.
305.
Oh my god. And with that, you manage to get that off of you, and you start pushing yourself and the jar through the water. Only to feel yourself just against a wall.
Fuck.
Oh wait, Lily's gonna tap her feet.
You're just in a tunnel that has nothing at the end and is covered in ooze.
What?
She starts
Okay.
tapping like
Well,
the
this sucks.
direction that Sharpay just came from.
Yeah. Let's try the other way, I guess. Nah.
All right.
fuck this.
I'm going to have you roll a dexterity saving throw to try and, I guess, get out of here without any more oozes attacking you.
I sure hope there's. Oh, I got an 8. I don't
And
think
as-
I have Indomitable. Wait.
And as you
do-
push
wait,
push
hold on.
yourself to the end, yeah?
Fuck, it's long rest. Oh, Indomitable is long rest, so I don't get any more.
As you
L.
push yourself to the end, you feel another against you.
Fuck.
Oh god, okay, and you are going to take... Oof, big boy damage. Okay,
Animal Crossing
10.
noises. Oh, fuck.
That is going to be 22 acid
Oh,
damage
no.
as it
Okay.
kind of starts wrapping up your leg and like...
Ugh.
But you manage to push out to the section where the paths diverge again.
Lily has the magic initiate feat. Can she cast Cure Wounds on Sharpay as a bat? She just puts her hands on the jar and just taps it.
You tap it so much that Sharpay, you feel
Aw.
one of your wounds start to close up.
Yay. Oh.
Anger, rage, anger. But in like a nice way. All
Oh
of
my
my
God.
dice are spread out. What
Okay,
is that?
so Sharpay,
Mhm.
I guess the question is, you want to go down the other side of this tunnel, or do you want to leave this tunnel?
That's 6
Um,
HP.
Thank you. I would like to go down the other side, but am I able to right now, or would that be next turn?
That would be next turn.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. That is the intention then.
I suppose, I don't know what your situation is, Morgue. Okay, Cole.
Cornelius.
Hi.
Give it a good old punch or a
Do you
kick
have
or
any
might as
something.
well.
technology that you might want to use instead of your fists?
More dramatic like
Like
this.
a rock of sorts?
It's so dramatic though.
Just
The
thought I'd
Stone
ask.
Age! Made it.
I mean, yeah, at this point, he probably is just gonna do like a. At this point, he's using both of his hands.
All right.
That's not better.
And
that time it was a 15.
a 15, you slam down against it, and more of the gas just like trickles out around you. You kind of grit through teeth as it kind of like brushes out through your cheeks. You're going to take 4, 5, 6. That is going to be 10 cold damage. As it
Okay.
shatters into like a million little pieces of ice, and kind of floating perfectly in front of you is the pedal.
Can I grab it? Can he grab it with his mouth and then start to swim out?
He just eats it.
You lean forward and just onto it, and are going to like push yourself back around and outwards and start
Yeah,
swimming
I
out
would.
to the center. All right,
He's ready to
And-
get back now.
you reach the middle, and what do you do?
The middle of the area?
Yeah, you're back out into the
Okay,
center.
okay. Got it. He'll probably start like shaking his hands a little bit, still with the rose in teeth.
Some of the frost kind of sprinkles off, and it looks like snow is falling off of you.
And then I suppose I'll just go bring it to the I suppose I'll just go bring it to the rose that's missing its petals.
Wonderful. So, as you make your way towards it, there's like this serene kind of music that rises up around you as you pluck it delicately from your mouth and put it forward, placing it perfectly upon the rose. The rose spins around and glows, and there's a pulse of light around you as you get the sensation of a warm embrace that is going to heal you for any damage you took in there.
Oh, cool. I'll take that.
You're back to full.
Nice.
All right.
Yes.
And you turn back around, seeing Arden gripping her foot in pain, just like, blood coming out of it. You're hearing the chaos from the violet hole that is happening with Lily and Sharpay. What draws our great hero next? Which hole?
He probably thinks that they got that covered.
That's true.
For the most part.
And
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued by the gold hole.
All right.
I think
So-
that's a good choice.
You are
We'll
going
start
to
going that way.
start swimming towards the golden hole. Do you just swim right inside? Don't investigate?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good choice. I'm confident in it.
And you look on your inside. Is there anything you're thinking to yourself when you see this glorious, near religious color appear in front of you?
He's probably just thinking what I'm thinking right now, which is, this feels right.
And he slips himself inwards. And almost like instead of going horizontally, it's almost like he goes upwards vertically. It feels almost like you're rising in some way, as a number of these like golden tendrils start surrounding Cornelius. You already healed,
Okay.
so this doesn't heal you anymore. I will give,
Okay, cool.
What the fuck?
but as true to your plot armor, you've chosen the healing hole. That does
Ah,
nothing
this
but
guy.
good things.
Cool.
And as you ascend downwards, you're kind of hearing in your head these almost eldritch rumblings that you know so well from your god. You just kind of feel at peace in this moment and know that it's going to protect you. You will get this rose. You already did, but you'll get this fictional rose as well. And soon enough, in a brilliant, beautiful display that depicts a statue of you holding out a petal. It is there. You picked the easiest hole.
Yay! Yeah, no. And
I'm
this
gonna-
very weird image, I guess Cornelius is going to reach out and grab the pedal from himself. And I guess that should be my turn.
Oh my god, it certainly is. Alright, who is still here? Lights on. Who's here?
Hi, I'm here.
I mean, hello.
Alright.
Kiki is getting her laundry, I believe.
Okay.
I'm so sorry,
Oh, yeah.
my laundry got stuck in the washer.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I need to call guest services, but I'm here for initiative.
I think Morgue is still working on the whole train ordeal, so we are going to go to Lily and Sharpay in the wondrous violet hole.
I need to remove the slime,
Okay, we're gonna roll contested athletics here.
please.
The fight of
God.
the slime. I got a 7.
I got a 13.
A 13. You managed to take it and just claw it off your leg and just throw it off into fuck knows where in this sensory deprivation tank. And
Yeah.
is it down the mossy tunnel?
I think probably what she'll do is she'll pop a glamour point to dodge as a bonus action.
All right.
That would be nice, unless there's no more slime and I waste it. Then, well.
So, with Lily in jar, you guys
Yep.
start to make your way down this tunnel. It's a strange feeling of nothingness, really. Well, besides Lily, who can feel a jar, and Sharpay, who's
Yeah.
holding a jar. Not perfect
as
sensory
they're going
deprivation.
Lily like is tapping the jar in the way that like you know when you're going
It's
on
like-
a trip with a toddler.
It's like perfect
You're on a
sense. It's perfect sensory deprivation. Besides the sound of like,
And she's like, we're going on a trip. We're going on a trip. We're going on a trip. We're going on a trip.
and you just hear it as like. Oh god. And as you make your way down this hole, if you brush your hand against the side, it feels like pure moss. But it gives forth, I was gonna say that it gives a crushing feeling of loneliness, but honestly, the fucking going on a trip. That completely overrules that feeling.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I would like you to roll sleight of hand to see if you find anything in this darkness.
15.
Yes.
A 15? You brush your hand out in the waves, searching every last nook and find jack shit of all nothing.
Fuck.
There is no pedal in this hole.
Fuck this shit.
Dang it.
I hate her.
The struggle.
I'm guessing you don't sense anything either. Okay, fuck this. Yeah,
Alright.
alright. Let's go.
You
I'm gonna go check out my laundry again.
Yeah, go ahead.
and you swim back to the center, where the whirlpool sucks you guys back into the middle, where you see one petal has already been collected, and there is just intense glowing from the golden hole, and like a radiant sound of like, "Ah." That just reads to you as important plot shit is happening in
Is
there.
Arden also fucking like dying?
Yeah.
Can I like she probably like looks at Arden and just like gestures to the bubble like are you okay? Yeah. I know Morgan.
Arden
but
is
that's-
still just like Peter Griffin, like, ah.
I'm sorry. I was just very thrown off that the reference you decided to make was Family Guy.
Can I
It's a
choose a new
meme.
hole or is that my turn?
You can choose a new hole.
Please. I went through all the trouble of doing the dodge accent. I'm shaking and crying. What colors are left? Indigo, orange, red,
Indigo, red, orange, yellow.
yellow. There's yellow and gold.
There's yellow and gold.
Well, I mean, I just went into the gold one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm cool like that sometimes.
Let's do yellow.
Let's
Surely
do yellow.
Nothing will befall me.
Following the example of going into a vaguely yellow hole, you,
I'm just kind of hoping for a lightning, because that would be good.
Jar in tow,
wait.
start to head towards the yellow hole. Would you like to spend the rest of your turn investigating this hole, or are you swimming right in?
Probably swimming right in. Because I'm just mad.
I love this place. We're gonna once again check in on the Arden cam. Oh!
Let's go.
Cornelia!
I guess now that I have the pedal, it's time to bring that back to the
In an elegant maneuver, you swim yourself back out.
I think, though, what instead he's going to do is, since he noticed that this provides healing, he'll probably take Arden, and just sort of move, kind of like hand in hand with the pedal, move them to, go place it in.
All right. You kind of just like, so basically you're kind of like gently drifting Arden closer to the golden hole and just pushing her in.
Kind of like guiding Arden to put the pedal in and hopefully get that leg looked at.
Yeah.
A wonderful heroic action. What does cross your mind though, seeing a genuine serious injury happening like under the water?
Oh, it's not genuine.
Exactly. So, with that in mind, what do you do with the pedal? Give me,
Once
like,
again, it's more of just like a hand in hand sort of thing, like pushing them together to put the pedal in, hoping that the magic will affect those less fortunate.
Wonderful. You start to see golden light shimmer around Arden's leg. It starts to stitch it back, one by one, every single ligament. Spirals back into place. And the pedal whisks away and joins the rows as a brilliant burst of golden light rings out. You're already at full hit points.
I'm cool like that.
So, you don't get the extra healing.
Does Arden?
And where would you like to head next? There are 3 holes remaining. Red hole, orange hole, indigo hole.
So there's 4, you said? 4 missing?
There are 4.
I brought back 2.
You brought back 2. None of the others have been found.
No.
So besides yellow, there's 3 more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm gonna go into red. That seems like a good bet.
Okay.
But
Wonderful.
just to perhaps save time, I'm going to investigate the red hole. I'm
Roll
switching
it.
things up a little bit.
Roll investigation.
Alright, I will roll investigation. I rolled an 11.
There is a faint, calming, ringing noise coming from inside the red hole. That is all you hear.
Alright, that seems good enough. So, I think that's where my turn ends, but,
Wonderful.
I'll keep that on the brain.
Arden check. Wonderful.
So,
Oh,
Oh,
Arden! Let's go!
Arden!
yeah, that's me.
are you
You've
doing
been
okay,
healed.
Gaymer? Yeah, you have been healed.
You know what? We're just gonna leave it at that. Anyway, so I'm fine now, I guess.
You have been healed. Cornelius has led you to a golden light and has healed your leg.
Well, that's nice of him. I guess I'll say thanks. Although I suppose if we're underwater, then I won't say thanks. I can say thanks in sign language.
Yeah. All right. You
Hopefully the idea
sign.
gets across.
You sign a quick thank you to Cornelius. Who does he give any reaction?
he probably doesn't know sign language, but
That's fair.
he will.
The
he
idea
will
would
Thank
probably
you
get
does look
across.
like it looks like blowing a kiss, I will say.
He'll give you a nod of affirmation.
And then he
Yeah.
beautifully swims off to the red hole.
Yes, that is his next path.
So basically, the violet hole has been searched. of the golden hole has been searched. Sharpay and Lily are in the yellow one. Cornelius is in the red one. So it's kind of just orange and indigo.
2 petals left.
I guess maybe I'll go look at orange.
All right. You swim towards orange. And would you like to investigate?
Yeah.
Okay. I will roll investigation for you. And let me quickly check your modifier here. Your modifier is +1. So, with a solid 10,
That is solid.
the inside is bronzy. And it kind of has a little bit of a reverberation noise, but it's very subtle on the inside. I wouldn't call it ringing. I would call it just like... boop, 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 boop.
Like
Okay.
the sound my dryer is
like-
making right.
She'll like stick her hand in it a little bit, maybe. You know,
All right.
test the waters, so to speak.
True.
You reach your hand in. And I'm going to roll you an acrobatics, which is just, it's monk moments.
Monk hours.
And you quickly, your hand back, you quickly just draw it back as a set of acid-covered teeth clamp down, taking up the entire hole, and just...
So, I don't know how tenable that particular option is.
Do you want to try instead to make your way towards the indigo hole?
I guess, like, can she, like, squint down the passageway a bit, you know?
Sure. I will say that due to its orange nature, there's like a coppery glow throughout it. And you see a number of like gum-like circles around it, so it looks like there are more of these teeth traps going down.
Okay, well, let's see. I mean, you know, it was all, like, about dodging, which I'm good at, so I think she'll go for it.
All right. How has Arden picked
You know what?
the 2 holes that are acrobatics based?
You know,
It's-
intentionally? I don't know. One of them was green. I mean, that's basically
That's
a
true.
contour, right?
That's true, it was. I was
I
curious
need
as to
check
which
my-
holes.
I need to check my navigation real quick, so I'm not going to be able to hear you for a second. Sorry.
That is so valid. I will be rolling the dice to get through the teeth.
Oh, it's this way.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
anyway.
So, in the 6 dice, one of which I just threw,
Okay.
there were 2 nat 20s, and the rest succeeded. Who would have thunk
okay.
that having a +10 against a DC 15 check would be good?
I mean, it's good.
don't
I only have a. Let's see, what would that be? That'd be a 1 in 4 chance of failing, I guess. Oh,
It's a very
Just
low
get a-
chance. Yeah. It's pretty... I would have to have very bad luck. And I don't.
Yeah.
How about we have
No.
Cole roll on the way back? I think that would be funny.
I don't know if
Wow,
that's the best
rude, uncalled
idea.
see, that's
I
not
can
that's
roll.
not
I
even
have
canon accurate
midline
because
roll.
Genuinely, usually my
Mid-roll.
rolls aren't particularly good, except when I play Arden, when suddenly they become quite good.
Maybe
and
maybe
I don't
the
know, but I
Arden
feel like that means
touch.
something.
Maybe the Arden
yeah.
touch will give
Yeah.
Cole powers. It'll give him
Maybe,
wings.
Maybe.
Magical
But,
ability.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of doubt it.
I mean, I'm doubting it too, so
Like, I wish you all the best, but
So,
I don't have high hopes for me.
with another burst of speed, you start rushing your way through each and every set of molars and fangs and canines that comes gnashing in your way. Each of them are just bone white, covered and dripping in this dark acid. And even as a bit of it kind of stings against you, and even with like the drag of your costume and all the dangling bits hanging from it, nothing even dares to get snagged in one of the molars. And as you quickly push through to the end, you once again find something in the water, just swirling there, in a beautiful display.